Okay, Daddy, I want to know the situation with the kids and school. Call me back. Okay, Chad.
I will never hear the voice of my father again. And that has brought tears, virtual tears, tangent tears, concrete tears, starting 5 years as of today. So if you're looking at the title of this video, yes, this is in commemoration of my dad who passed away on this day 5 years ago. So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chad Royer, and this is my channel, What's Up with Chad Y. Royer, where I discuss my journey as a cancer patient and a cancer survivor. And it's rather unfortunate because I wish my father was here because I can only imagine how helpful he would have been to me while I navigate through my cancer diagnosis. So let me backtrack a little bit and remind folks, if you haven't done so, please share my channel and my videos. Feel free to like and leave comments so that it builds engagement. And also subscribe to the channel so that you get notifications for upcoming videos and tell others to do the same. Now, I don't even know where to start, but what I can tell you, I mean, I can just tell you so much about my dad. Um, October 26th, I had a suspicion that something happened to him. I wasn't able to get him on the phone. Stopped by the house, the door was open, and I could not unsee what I saw. My father was not alive. I live with that for the rest of my life. And to this day, I'm always getting vivid images of him talking to me as if he was here. I would wake up from dreams as if we spoke and we were going to do something. But then when I wake up, the reality hits. I dial his number, he's not going to pick up. His death really, I wasn't expecting his death to be so soon at the time. And although he had some issues that he was dealing with, I was there by his side to help him. In fact, one of the issues that he was able to manage was prostate cancer. Yes, he actually beat prostate cancer and was taking the treatments and working on other things. And it was an opportunity for me to know a little bit about what can happen with me down the line as I grow older. So for him to have gotten that diagnosis of prostate cancer, I know I have to look out for it too. I'm doing what I need to do in order to minimize that situation. But, you know, my life after his death can be summed up in a lot of ways. Incomplete. Uh, I'm thankful for what he's done. I feel empty inside. I feel like I have an empty chair next to me, and it's reserved for him, but he won't be able to sit in it. I'm opening the door to enter the house. I can't hold the door open for him because he's not there. I'm going food shopping to buy a few things. My list is not as long because what I have in my shopping cart is not for him because he's not here. I look at the phone dial. I look for his number. I want to call. He's not going to answer. If I have a question about something that I only trust him with, that door is closed. I have to go by the memory of him, what he has taught me, what he did for my kids, his grandkids. So many things that I was able to do. I've done lots of things in the community. I've been, and I still am, a parent association president. I would have loved to have invited him to my meetings as a personal guest. I would have loved that. He would have showed up. I would have continued to invite him to my community board meetings. He came to a few, so I'm grateful for that. I would have introduced him to some folks who I trust just to have the conversation. When I was lying in my hospital bed, on both occasions, there were times where I would look at the chair across and I would think, my dad would come by and he would bring grapes. He would bring papaya. He would bring water. He would bring juice. He would bring some tea. He would have brought a blanket. And what would have been intended for a half-hour visit in the hospital would have been half the day. We would have spoken, we would have laughed, we would have argued, we would have analyzed some things. And that was the support that I wish I had. Not to say that anyone else is not important, but this would have been my dad visiting me. It takes a different level. A different level from the missus, a different level from my best friend, a different level from someone I hadn't seen in a long time. Because you only get one dad. Some things in life you only get one of. And sometimes people don't even get that. And that's not to take away from anything else. But what it also did for me, it also made me think, what would my dad want me to do? Would he give up? I told my father not to give up on his life and to encourage him to make his doctor visits. And because I was very consistent with that, he listened to me, he trusted me. And I can honestly believe, based on how things happened, that extended his life for as long as it did, albeit short term. So I'm telling my dad not to give up. I can't give up either. And my fight to beat this cancer was for all of you and for him. I really feel that his memory for what he's done and what he's meant for people is important. And if anyone is in the driver's seat to uplift his memory, it is for me to do. And I gladly take that responsibility as much as I can. What was he like? He made people laugh, but don't get him angry. He knew how to cuss people out when he had to. He knew how to help people. He would expend his time and his money and his resources to help someone in need. He would do that. He did it for me. He did it for people I knew. And people I did not know remembered him for that. He was a graduate at Lehman College, although it was in the later years. I'm grateful that he had that accomplishment. He was into books. He read. He meditated. He rested. He ran his own business as an electrician. People trusted in his abilities. He traveled more often than I did, by choice. But that's what he was. There's so much more to him. He was there for me when I lost my second child. He was there for me when we lost my mother-in-law. Or maybe I should say he was there for us. He was there for me when I graduated at Howard University, when I graduated at high school, when I got a base hit when I was on the baseball team. He took the picture. I have that picture in my mind and somewhere in my drawer because he came to one of my games, senior year in high school. He taught me many lessons. He taught it in parable. He taught it in English. He taught it through the mistakes that other people made. And he often repeated what he said. And I didn't really understand why he would repeat certain things. And then it clicked on me that when something is repeated all the time, you tend to remember it, or you tend to embody it. Vesto was his nickname. You say the word Vesto, and then the memories come out. I miss him a lot. I miss him a lot. The days go by, I always think of him. I would like to say that I handle his passing a lot better now than I did before, because I knew what was bothering him inside. And now, or as of his passing, he doesn't have to worry about that anymore. But now I have the void because I don't have him. He invested a lot of time in me. I did my best to return the favor. And the favor is not only to invest time back with him, but to also invest time with the children. I'll never forget. Out of the blue, he said, "Chadi, I'm very happy to see that you're doing well. I am very confident that you're going to be doing a good job for the kids. I am confident in your abilities." As if to say, If he was worried about me and what I would be able to do for the kids as a father, he wasn't worried anymore. He pretty much said, Chad, you got this. That meant the world to me. But I never knew that would have been one of the last things that he ever said to me before he passed, before he died, before he left us. How do I feel? I could not celebrate being cancer free with him because he's not here. He was one person I would have loved to have celebrated my cancer free diagnosis with. I would have been honored to share that moment with him. But in his memory, there comes a mission. And there's quite a few missions that I have. One of them being to keep his memory alive, the things that he taught, so that others will benefit from, to help others. And I can sum it up in 5 words that he's famous for, or you could say infamous for. Keep what matters in sight. Those 5 words, keep what matters in sight, could be applied to anything in life. The simplest, the most difficult, the things you can understand, the things that are abstract. Keep what matters in sight. Very valuable lesson that he has taught me and he has shared with others. Adding to my mission of helping others, or my mission 2.0, is advocating for our children, our US veterans, our folks who have disabilities. If there's anything that I can do within my power to make life better for everyone, and it's not just a benefit to me, or even if it's not a benefit to me, if I can help someone do it, I will. I have, and I'll continue to do. Why? Because I know people would honestly appreciate it. And I know he did because he told me. Vesto, Dad, my beloved father, I miss you dearly. And I'm going to do my best today and forward. I'm going to do my best every time. And I should be thanking you for giving me or helping me find the strength and fortitude that I needed when I was dealing with this cancer diagnosis. Now, some people grew up without a father. And then some people grew up with a father who was not there. My father was there. I was very fortunate to have had 4 decades with my dad. I was very fortunate. I know that's not the story for everyone, but it is the story for some. Some had 5 decades or 6 decades with their father. I am very grateful. And at the same time, I'm a little bit sad, honestly. But I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I will continue my journey as a cancer survivor, doing the things that I need to do keeping what matters in sight, by the way. The meds, the routine, the medical advice, the healthy eating, exercise, keeping a close circle, all those things that I learned along the way, I will continue. But I had to take time today to mention my father, who is no longer here, and to thank him and to share with the world what kind of a person he was. A lot of people miss him. So do I. He wasn't perfect, but who was or who is? And I can appreciate what he brought to the table. Dad, rest in peace. Folks, thank you for listening to me. I will continue the channel with more things. In fact, I am actually a little bit behind schedule, but all will work itself out. I will be back on the tube very soon. Please remember to share my videos, my content with anyone you know. Subscribe to the channel so you get notifications. Please leave comments. Press the like button so that it helps with the algorithms, the multiple algorithms that YouTube has, so that people can see it. My story continues. I hope I can help somebody else. You be safe. You be well.